Hello everyone, this is Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, and I have a journal all finished and listed in my Etsy shop and ready to do a flip through. And I call this one Botanical Splendor. It's a writing journal, and my last video I showed how I did my spine with the raised ridges, and I used canvas fabric that I printed the digital image on. I also have it decorated with some dyed cheesecloth, some old dyed cotton lace, and then I have layered another piece of the printed canvas with some cotton batting and did a bunch of running stitches around the prints of the digital of the leaves and just have them in a wave effect all over the bottom. And then I made a frame like a specimen card, and inside between the two pieces of acrylic I have a pressed fern and a little pressed like baby's breath type of flower, so it looks like a bouquet. And I have a little file tab here with a little label, and I've used brass eyelets on the corners to hold all the layers together of the slide. So let's go in and take a look. This digital kit is from Poppiness on Etsy. I'll put the link below in the description box. And this is the second journal that I've made with this DigiKit. It's called Forest Floor. And here I printed this page onto an index page from a large gardening book. So I've got the words and texts of all of the different types of flowers in the B's and C's in the background under these leaves. And here I used a little envelope and made a pouch with did some collaging with a fussy cut, made a pocket and the tag, stitching around it, and inside there's another journaling card. And this is one of the envelopes that I got from the Target dollar spot a couple of years ago. And I still have quite a few of them, so I'm using them up. And here I have another piece of cardstock and put a little stamped label and a fussy cut flower, and I glued it on three sides so I have a pocket. A lot of tea dyed and some coffee dyed papers. And here I printed on a dictionary page. And here is an old book page from a gardening herbal book, Wildflowers. My words are escaping me. I've got just an assorted different papers also. And here's some green masking painter's paper. And here in the center, I have a pocket with a large tag that I collaged and stitched around. And this is decoupaged onto some cardstock, and I printed the pattern or this page on an old napkin and just decoupaged it on. So it has a lot of texture and feel, and I think maybe you can see some of the wrinkles of the paper in the glare. Maybe it shows up. but it has a lot of texture, so it's a fun page. There's 176 pages in this journal. There's 4 signatures. Here on the front, I've used a junk mail envelope and another collage tag and stitched around. And I folded it up so it has a pocket and just stamped and put on a little digi image I had in my stash. And here I just made a little notepad, stenciled, and a scrap of the print and stitched around it. So that fits right in the little pocket. And here I have it printed on music paper. Here's an old diary page from the 1900s, and I believe it's in the 1960s is where I got this from. And here is a coloring page. I used a 5-hole pamphlet stitch in this hidden spine. And here I have the image printed on another book page and stitched around it with a tag. Here I've got another with the little envelope that flips over, and this tag. Real simple, just use the fussy cut and a label. And the index card, I have a tab punched from the Edith Holden book. And a fun tag. Lots of room for journaling. Another dictionary page. Another wildflower page. Piece of old stationery. And it's embossed, so it has a lot of nice texture. And here's another of the napkin decoupaged pockets with the bumpy texture. Got to use up a lot of my scraps. I love printing on old book pages and dictionary pages, music pages. The sky is the limit. And here I made a little tiny library pocket. It's a skinny little guy with a popsicle stick tag. And it's collaged. And then I eyelet with some jute. And that fits right in. So it's a cute little pocket. Another coloring book page, all leaves and flowers. And another pocket with a fun tag. And printed on book page again. I got to use up a lot of the extra prints I had. And here on this back page, I have another index print, and it's from the L's and the M's. And I made a little pocket on music paper for the background and one of the images. And then I have some field note and field record tags that can be sit right in there. And then I also made this little file folder booklet, and I have music page with it stitched around, and this is more of the napkin and some masking paper with another fussy cut image and labels and eyelet, and then has a little key. And I used an old tea-dyed manila folder and cut it. And inside I've got a little ladder from the Tim Holtz die, and I have it filled of ephemera. And this is one of the Tim Holtz stamps and matching dies, and I cut it out of a lavender cardstock and then inked it so that you could think that it's old and vintage looking, but I left the back plain so you could see the difference in color. So maybe you want to give that a try. It was fun. Okay, so my fumble fingers can't get it back in the pocket. Here we go. And here's another little one. Let's just take them out. Here's a yellow one that I did the same. See how bright that cardstock is? But it's when it's all toned down, it looks like an old vintage ticket. And here's some authentic Nottingham transportation tickets, number 5, 10, 42, and 43. And a little digiprint on tea-dyed paper. And I have a stenciled butterflies on tag. And then I made a notebook with some offcuts. So there's lots of room for journaling in this little notebook also. And I just have it living back here in the back. And I want to thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate your subscribing and liking of my videos. Thank you, and have a creative day.